All right, welcome back to Soda City Live. If you're looking for some fun activities for your child to take part in this summer, the City of Columbia will be hosting a series of camps, including a kayak camp, giving your child an opportunity to head out on the water with the park ranger, so it will be safe. Joining me today is Assistant Park Ranger Superintendent, let me make sure I get her title right, Assistant Park Ranger Superintendent Ranger Karen. Now, I'm so glad that you're here with us today because I am so interested in talking about camps for kids because I got a lot of them. So I'm always trying to find things that they can do to keep them entertained over the summer and keep them safe. And so you all have both of those coming up with your kayaking camp, right? So tell us a little bit about the kayaking camp.
Kayaking camp is a natural for a child that lives in this area because we look at these rivers all the time. We drive over them. And during the course of this camp, children have the opportunity to get out on most of those waterways. They will start in the Columbia Canal with a beginner-friendly morning on Monday. After lunch, we hop out onto the Congaree River and we float under the Jarvis Clapman Gervais Street and Blossom Bridges, pull out at Granby. On day 2, we bus down to Congaree National Park and we float through the cathedral that is Cedar Creek with all those massive tall trees. And on Wednesday, we dip into Lake Murray and swim around to a small island there, refresh ourselves before we come back to the Broad River. On Thursday, we launch at Harbison State Forest and come out at the north end of Riverfront Park. We save the best for last.
Absolutely.
On Friday, we go to the Saluda River, which is an outstanding scenic river. Beautiful. And finish up there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. This looks like it's going to be so interesting. It's going to be so much fun for the kids. We're actually showing some of the pictures from years past. And now you said that the camp is almost full. So let's talk a little bit about that. You have a few spots left, right?
We have a few spots in the younger age group, the 8 to 12s. And so right after this program, go hop on that computer, Parks and Rec ColumbiaSC.gov and snatch up those few spots that we have remaining.
Why do you think the camp is so popular?
Because it is a little different and it's really fun and engaging. Kids get to learn, but we do it in a sneaky way. We're not preaching during any of this, but once you're immersed in the water, you cannot help but become aware of things like non-point source pollution, trash, and litter, or the aquatic life. We've got such an impressive array of wildlife out there. Everything from the little macroinvertebrates that are hatching up on the rocks that turn into damsel and dragonflies to osprey that are diving to catch fish for a meal. There's just so much to learn out there.
So much.
Just by observing and participating in it.
I love it. So, all right, parents, you heard her. Go ahead on those computers and sign up. And now let's talk about what you brought here with us today, because you guys also have something else going on this week.
Well, I want to focus today on these wonderful devices. Of course, every child in our camp during the entirety of the camp is wearing one, as the instructors are too. Safety is everything to us, and it should be to everybody. This is the kickoff to boating season. This is Safe Boating Week, and we kicked it off last week with Wear Your PFD to Work Day. We donned these at the ranger station and wore our life jackets to work. The message here is that of the boating fatalities, these things are tracked annually. 2021 fatalities, of the 80% of those over 600 people that died, 86% of them were not wearing one of these. This is really going to help your odds if something catastrophic happens. The other end of that is alcohol. And so while we were talking about wine earlier, it is delicious. I am with you. It's best to savor that when you've completed your trip and you're off the water. Those two things will greatly enhance your chance of surviving if something happens.
That's right. Keep the alcohol out of the boat and keep the life vest on.
All the time.
Boating Safety Week continues until Friday? Okay. And so are you guys putting things on your website, or where are you putting this information
We're
out?
encouraging it in the park. So when we see people launching, we encourage them to make sure that they've got their PFD, their life jacket with them. We have some loaner PFDs at the Saluda River Walk. If you come without one, we can help you with one. Come talk to a ranger.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now, as for the camp, what type of kid do you think would be best to come to the camp? Because I was asking you this, is it the kid who's already an outdoorsman, or is it the kid who's on the couch and you want to make him an outdoorsman?
And the answer is yes.
Yes,
it is all of those. We will make the already outdoor inclined into outdoor river nerds. We will turn them into even better outdoors people. But for the hesitant, we have a real love and affinity for showing people things that they didn't know were there. And we're especially happy to get people that are a little hesitant to be outdoors. We want to work with those who are hesitant. Maybe you're really scared of getting in the water, period. We have a gentle introduction for that. We're going to hop into our life jacket and we're going to float a little bit. And you kind of encourage people to think about, what is it that makes you hesitant? What is the worst thing that could happen? Oh, I'm going to fall out of my boat. Okay, let's do that right now. I'm right beside you. Let's do this in a really controlled environment. And suddenly it feels more like swimming and playing around, and we're good, and we can move on to the next step from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ranger Karen. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Of course, we're going to talk more, and we'll have it put up on our website pretty soon. Of course, we have the information there at Riverfront Park. Of course, ages 8 to 11 from June 5th to July 14th, and then 12 to 16, the 19th through August 1st. But the thing is, you only have spots still available in the 8 through 11 group. So be mindful of that, parents. And it's from 9 to 3, and the cost is $125. All right, we'll be right back with a little bit more of Soda City Live coming up for you in just a bit.